So with the fate of Champions League football no longer in Forest hands, will this free us up to go and get a couple of wins? And can we still do this? Welcome to the preview for West Ham United versus Forest. Good morning, good evening, or good night. Hope you guys are doing well. And welcome to the preview as Forest travel down to East London to take on the Hammers. Coming up, we'll talk you through all the injury updates. We'll give you a predicted 11 and what to expect in this very, very crucial trip down south. If you're enjoying the content, please don't forget to hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed as well if you're new here to Forest Fan TV. And let's jump straight into this and start with Nuno's presser. So obviously the headlines from the presser were about Taiwo, and he pretty much gave the update that we've given you guys over the last couple of days. He's out of surgery. He's with his family. He'll be there for probably at least, I think he said 5 days is the kind of protocol on the surgery that he's had. But it seems like he's in good spirits, and Nuno's saying he's hoping he can be kind of back and amongst the guys in the next week or so. So speedy recovery to Taiwo. What did annoy me about the presser was no one asked about Murillo. Remember him, the guy who didn't play and Morato had to play last week? No one asked that question, nor was any information given. However, what I've heard on Murillo, if it's true and I'm waiting to verify it, then I don't know what to say about it. It can't be true. But anyway, once I've verified it, I will share it with you guys. So listen, this is an important game. Forest have to go now. They have to play with freedom. You got Villa taking on Spurs. You got Chelsea taking on United tonight. You know, we could find ourselves in a position that if we don't get 3 points, it's mathematically impossible for Forest to get Champions League. We just got to keep swinging until the end, man, and just hope that Man U or Spurs do us a favor or one of the others slip up. But it is what it is now. I'm kind of a bit calmer about it. I'm still disappointed. But yeah. It still hurts. It still hurts. Anyway, let's get into the team sheet and have a look at potentially what's going to happen this weekend. Alrighty, so this was the team that lined up in that appalling draw against Leicester City last weekend. And I don't think there's too many changes. Hudson-Odoi has got that 20mm tear in his muscle. He may or may not be back. I don't think he'll be risked for this game. I think maybe we'll see him at Chelsea. Oh, imagine he scores against his old club on the final day of the season and Forest get checked. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Right, for me, lockdown is this Anderson-Sangare combo. I'm loving this Sangare that's come back in the last couple of games, passing the ball in that direction, which is so unusual to see in a Forest team. I gotta say, Anderson wasn't that great against Leicester. I don't know. Dominguez for me was the player of the match, like by a country mile. But he was playing this unorthodox left wing position for him and then moving into left central midfield. His work rates were phenomenal. It's a tough one. I don't want to miss out on it. I think he has to play. And I'll be honest with you, the person out of form for me right now is Morgan Gibbs White. I don't really care if that's an unpopular opinion or what have you. I'm calling what I see. This is what I would do. I'm dropping Morato, okay? And I'm very reluctant to put Murillo in. And I'm not making a drama out of it. Honestly, if what I've heard is true, then he can go. But let's just put him in for now. If he can't play, I'd probably rather just go Bolly, to be honest. I'm dropping Morgan Gibbs White. And I'm changing the formation to a 4-3-3. I'm going to get Anderson left, Sangare in the middle, and Dominguez on the right-hand side. West Ham are not that good in the midfield. We don't need that many numbers. We don't need to we need to dominate is what I'm saying. And we can dominate that quite comfortably with this. I like this 3-man combo. Sangare progressing the ball, Dominguez doing the dog work around him, and then Anderson kind of dribbling out in midfield. I think this is a good midfield 3. And then on the left-hand side, it's take your pick, really. I'm just not convinced about Sosa or Jota. And I don't know who could do it. I still, you know what? If I was gonna play Morgan Gibbs White, I would just do this. I'd put Sangare and Dominguez in the 6 and the 8 there, Anderson on the left, and Gibbs White in the middle. And I'm actually tempted to say something. This is a tough one. He's not going to drop Morgan Gibbs White, is he? So that would probably be my team. That would be the smartest team. I think that team wins. I don't want to see Elanga on the left. I think he does his best work on the right. I don't really want to take Anderson out of that 8 position, but he can and is comfortable on the left wing. I go with this team, but obviously Sangare kind of the more holder. This is almost like a double pivot now with those two. I like it. And that wins the game. That wins the game for me. Nuno, do it, man. Trust me. We win 3-0 with this team. Do you guys agree with it or not? Let me know in the comments. So how does this game play out? Well, look, what I really want them to do more than anything is play this one for Taiwo. Okay, I know they should be playing for us and everything else, but they're all going to be mates, aren't they, behind the scenes? And Taiwo is a good character. And they're all going to be hurting by his injury, the operation, everything. And I want to see him come out with that extra passion and drive to say, Taiwo, bro, we're doing it for you. We're doing it for the fans, of course. We're doing it for ourselves, of course. But this is the extra incentive. Go and make sure we get the win. And I want to see us scoring and one of them lifting the number 9 shirt for Taiwo, kind of in solidarity with him. Solidarity, you know the word. So that's what I want to see happen. But we don't seem to get results at this bloody London stadium in East London. It's just a pain in the ass, that stadium, for us. We've lost there 4-0. We've lost there 3-2. We tend to beat them at home and lose away. That has to change. I'm saying now ignore the history books or the recent history books on this. We can go there and win against a team that has only beaten Manchester United in the last kind of millennium, man. They're dead in the water in terms of what they're playing for in the Premier League. But this is going to be yet another team we come up against who are playing for nothing. We've had it with Everton, technically when we played Brentford, Crystal Palace, Leicester last weekend. That's 4 teams in our last 5 that have been playing for absolutely nothing. And now add on to that West Ham. This has been Forest's chance to get Champions League football. We may have blown it, but this is the chance to get back on track. I do not want to finish this season on a low. Get me 2 W's, boys. Come on. So what am I predicting? I probably think we lose. And maybe I'm just saying that because I've tried the we win thing. I've tried the 0-0 we draw thing, and it hasn't been working recently. So I'm so in my own head right now that I don't know what to say. So I'm just going to spice it up and say Forest lose 2-0. Go and prove me wrong. Maybe that will work in some weird reverse psychology kind of way. I don't know. What are your score predictions? Let me know in the comments down below. But I'll tell you what, we have to win this one. We have to win. Because if Crystal Palace turn over Manchester City and we end up in 7th, then say hello to Europa Conference League football. And I know that sounds snobby of me, because at the start of the season, of course, I would have taken that. That would have been like a pipe dream. But expectations, for me at least, have changed throughout the season. And now I feel like Europa, I can make just about my peace with it. But I still want that 3rd star, guys. I still want it. And I've still got a feeling, and call me crazy, that somehow or other, we end up in the top 5. I don't know. I'm just reaching. Anyway, get your score predictions in down below. We're live at 6 p.m. with the run-in with my YouTube mates talking about the teams in contention for this. So make sure you tune in live at 6 p.m. If you haven't already, please don't forget to hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to Forest Fan TV if you are new here. And we'll see you at 6 p.m. Come on, you Reds.